Welcome everyone to what is the most unusual installation of officers that we've had, I think, in the history of mortgage bankers. But I appreciate everybody being here. The past 2 years has been a wonderful experience. I'm so thankful to have been a part of this organization and be able to work with so many great people over the past 2 years in this role. Julie White, past president, excellent job. Matt Wilson, I've enjoyed our times at National Mortgage Bankers together. Had a good time with that. Thank you for all your leadership, your advice, everything you've done to help grow this organization. Maura, being the secretary this past year, so much wisdom, always having, being able to bounce ideas off of you over the past 2 years. Definitely appreciate your leadership. Gene, you had probably the most thankless job being the treasurer for the last 2 years. All the phone calls, collecting bills, making sure that everybody stayed on top of their payments. Appreciate all your work. Macy, thank you so much for all you did. Appreciate that. Mississippi Home Corp was always a big supporter of our organization. Anytime we needed you to do something, the answer is yes, always. And appreciate your leadership, your wisdom, always attending all the meetings. Ernie Wade, thank you so much for all you've done over the past 2 years. You were our Mortgage Banker of the Year last year. And speaking of that, we've decided to wait and try to do those awards in person whenever the COVID-19 is lifted and we can finally have meetings face-to-face. So that will be coming later. Felicia Ford, Vicki Graves, thank you so much for being directors as well. Always doing what you've done to grow our organization and support our organization. In the past 2 years, we've done a lot through this board. We've added 2 scholarships, one to a college student, one to a high school student. We've approved for 6 scholarships for people to attend national MBA training, such as School of Mortgage Banking and CMB that we're paying for. We've created new awards, the Affiliate of the Year Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award. And we've been blessed to be able to have local leadership on the coast and in Pine Belt start new chapters. So Ginger, Grace, thank you for your leadership on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And Owen and Tammy, thank you for your leadership there in Hattiesburg. And then obviously Michelle and Sheila, thank you for all you've done in our Jackson chapter, leading us locally. I definitely appreciate all the work that's been done by you guys over the past 2 years. At this time, we're going to install our officers for the next 2 years. Matt, you ready for that? Probably so, yeah. With that said, we have William Cooper. He's the Vice President of State Government Affairs and Industry Relations for the National Mortgage Bankers Association. He will be inducting our new leadership for the next 2 years. Coop, take it away.
And I'm coming to you live. I decided to use a background from the tidal basin here in DC to sort of remind you how much we miss you and how much we wish we could have shared this with everyone at a national advocacy conference this year. We appreciate the support from your association and from all our state partners. We have a very firm belief at MBA that the national and the states and all the local groups make each other stronger. And we're very grateful for all of that support. But my job at MBA is to help make you guys successful. And I think I've got the best job at the place. And I've been around the organization for about 20 years. And I've never been prouder of our industry and how we're responding in this crisis. So thank you to all of you. I'm sorry about the awkwardness of the situation, but that's the environment we're in. So let me just start by saying congrats to Brad and to all the, excuse me, and all the officers on a great year. And I'm going to read the list of folks who are going to take the oath, and then we're going to deliver the oath, and then we'll pass it off for remarks from your new president. So let me introduce the officers. President Matt Wilson, Vice President Sheila Thomas, Secretary Jean Grawls, Treasurer Macy Carney, Past President Brad Benton, Director of Commercial Banks Felicia Ford, Director of Mortgage Bankers Greg Shows, Director of Mortgage Brokers Valerie Gallay, Director of Affiliate Members Brandy Renfro, Jackson First Officer Maura Phillips, and Jackson Second Officer Julia White. So I'm going to deliver the oath, and there's a little bit of a trick question here because the first sentence is a question we don't want you answering then. It's when I ask you the second question, that's when you all say I do. Then we're gonna ask you to just be patient while I read the official final auspicious language that's required, and then we'll pass it off to Matt. All inductees, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will carry out your duties as officers and members of the Board of Directors of the Mortgage Bankers Association of Mississippi to the best of your ability and judgment and in conformity with its bylaws, that you will observe and enforce its code of ethics, that you will in all acts be guided by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and safeguard the best interests of the Mortgage Bankers Association of Mississippi and the welfare of its members and the general public? Do you so swear?
I do. I do.
Terrific. You may lower your hands. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, as I hereby proclaim to you to be duly and officially installed and inaugurated as officers and members of the Board of Directors of the Mortgage Bankers Association of Mississippi, please accept my congratulations and best wishes, and know how much of an honor it was for me to be able to do this for you. And with that said, please welcome your new president, Matt Wilson.
William, thank you so much for that and joining us today. I'm kind of like Brad. I feel certain that none of us will ever forget how we started our tenure on this board. This is definitely unique and something we'll always remember. I just want to thank you all for the trust that y'all have placed in me being the president or serving as president of the Mississippi Mortgage Bankers Association. This organization and the members that make it up mean quite a bit to me, mean a lot to me actually. And to be able to give back and to serve really is an honor. Ever since joining in 2010, I feel like this organization just keeps getting bigger, better, and stronger. And even with today's current environment, I'm sure that this board will continue to maintain that momentum that has been going for so many years before. I want to thank all of you for your time, your dedication, and your willingness to serve. There's a lot of leadership, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience on this board. Those are going to be invaluable resource that we want to be for our members, as well as being the local lenders that our communities depend on to keep the local housing market moving. I know it's month end and everybody has business to get back to, but again, I just wanted to thank you all and let you know that I'm looking forward to these next 2 years. I know that we're going to learn a lot. I know that we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And again, I'm just really looking forward to working with all of y'all. Just a little housekeeping. Caitlin will be sending out an invite probably in the next few days for our first official board meeting. We're going to wait until the first week of May. Hopefully at that time we will have some more insight from our local leaders and our local state and federal leaders about if we're going to be able to reopen and how they're planning to do that. I think that's really important for us to know before we can set the agenda for the remaining part of the year. However, if there is anything that you want to put on the agenda for the May board meeting, please send that to Kayla or myself. Well, thank everybody for taking time and joining us. It was great seeing everybody. I miss all of y'all. So at least we got to see each other, and I look forward to seeing each other in person, hopefully real soon. Everybody take care and be well.